Hey, good looking. I'm so glad that you came to my kitchen today to sit there and see what we all have cooking. Grab a hold of that vine, swing right on in my kitchen, and let's get cooking. Good looking. Well, hey there, good looking. I'm so glad that you came to my kitchen today to sit there and see what we all have cooking. Well, today I'm gonna sit there and show you how you can sit there and make a better than a bakery cake. That's right. I'm gonna sit there and show you how you can make better than any bakery cake. And guess what? It comes from a box cake. So I guess you could sit there and call this a box cake mix hack. So let's go ahead and jump right on into the recipe. Let's first go through the list of ingredients that you're going to be needing. You're going to be needing a box cake. Now, you choose whatever brand and flavor that you want. I'm just showing the French vanilla right now. You're going to be needing eggs. We're not going to be using oil. We're going to be using butter or margarine instead. You're going to be needing 1 packet of instant pudding, and you're going to need some milk. So I'm going to grab the box cake. I'm going to open it up. I removed the cake mix. Now I have out my KitchenAid mixing bowl. Now I'm just going to add the entire cake mix to the mixing bowl. Now let's grab our box, turn it around to the back. We're going to follow the back, but instead of putting water in, you're going to put milk in. So whatever amount of water your cake box recipe tells you to, replace it with milk. Then, for the oil, we're going to sit there and replace that with margarine or butter, but we're gonna double the amount. So if your recipe on your cake box here calls for 1/2 cup of oil, we're gonna add 1 cup of margarine or butter, and you want to melt that. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna open up my butter, and we're gonna hand it right off to Chef Mike. Here's our first 1/2 cup. Now I'm gonna go get the other half. And while we're waiting for the other half of the butter, we're gonna sit there, and this would be a good time to add the pudding. Now, like I said, you're gonna need 1 packet of the instant pudding, but instead of, I'm not gonna use this packet. This is just for demonstration purposes. I have some vanilla pudding that I want to get used up, so I'm going to sit there and use my instant vanilla pudding that I already have in a jar. So I'm going to sit there and add the same amount that would be in a package of this size, the 4 serving size, and add it right to our mixing bowl. Here's the other stick of butter, or I should say margarine, because I am using margarine. So I'm going to add my 1 packet of vanilla pudding. Now, on the back of the packet, it tells you to sit there and add eggs. I always add, I'll say 2 to 3 extra eggs. So, whatever amount it says, you want to sit there and add that amount for eggs. So, my cake mix calls for 3 eggs. I told you to add 2 to 3 extra eggs, so I'm adding a total of 6 eggs to my recipe. You gotta put the old man in place, you know. Now snap to it. Okay, with all joking aside, let's go ahead and add our eggs. So, I'm gonna sit there and add all 6 of these eggs. Off to the mixer, this goes. I have the mixer all brought over to the counter. I put our mixing bowl on. I have our mixing paddle on. Now I'm just gonna sit there and turn it on to stir and allow everything to incorporate. Okay, that looks like it incorporated real nice. Now, I'm gonna go and get like a 9 by 13 inch pan because that's the size of pan I'm choosing to put mine in. So, I'm gonna go grab my 9 by 13. Okay, I'm all out of my cooking spray, so I poured some canola oil into a little bowl. I have my little brush, and now I'm just gonna brush the bottom and the sides of my baking dish here before I go ahead and I pour the cake batter all inside. So I'll be back when I'm all done brushing up the 9 by 13 pan. My pan is all well greased. Now I'm gonna raise my mixing paddle. I'm gonna let that drain off, and I'm gonna go and grab a spatula so I can just scrape the rest of it off. Okay. I'm just going to scrape this side off. I'm going to remove my paddle so I can get to my other side. Now we're just going to sure we have everything all off the sides. Okay. I'm gonna unlock my bowl. So let's fill up the 9 by 13 and get it off into a hot prepared oven. Follow the directions on the back of your cake mix and bake your cake at that temperature that your cake mix calls for. And bake it for the amount of time as well. So, my cake pan here is going off to a 375 degree hot oven. And we're gonna sit there and bake it anywhere from 28 to 33 minutes. I'll see you about roughly 30 minutes later. And here is our better than bakery cake right out of the oven. Now we're gonna allow it to cool, and then I'm gonna frost it up. I'm not gonna take it out of the pan or anything, because it's just my husband and myself. And I don't need to go and get fancy dancy for my husband just to sit there and chow this down. Besides that, he's the sweet whore of the house. So basically, he's the one who's gonna be eating this whole cake. So, we'll be back when it comes to sampling of the better than bakery cake. That's right. We're gonna do a taste test on this baby. And we're gonna sit there and see if the old man can sit there and tell if it's a box cake or if it was one of the bakery style cakes. Because I used to work in a bakery. In fact, when him and I first hooked up, I was working the bakery. Now, I'm not gonna sit there and make up my own frosting right now and stuff. I'm just out to quick get this done. And besides that, I have some of the frosting that comes in these nice little tubs that I want to get off my pantry shelves. So I just grabbed, what is this one? Fudge frosting. That's right up my husband's alley. So I'm gonna put the fudge frosting all down onto my bakery style cake. We're gonna frost it up. Like I say, I'm not going out and I'm not doing anything fancy or dancy. I'm just frosting this baby all up. So I'll be back when I'm all done frosting this baby all up. There it is, all frosted up. Now I have a little extra something special for my honey to lick off because, like I say, he's my sweet whore. So, in honor of my hubby, here you go. This is how easy it is to do a better than bakery cake. That's right. I just showed you how you could sit there and create your very own. Now, nobody's gonna believe that this came from a box cake. And believe me, it's one of the best box cake hacks that you could ever have in your kitchen arsenal. So, if you really liked what you saw here today, please give me a big old thumbs up. All them thumbs up helps out my channel greatly. I do greatly appreciate every thumbs up. I love to sit there and read and respond to all the replies, so please leave a comment down below. And if you're not yet a subscriber to my channel, go up, hit that subscribe button, tap that little bell. That way you always know every time I do put out a new video. And as always, here's to happy cooking, but better yet, happy eatins'. Y'all come back now, you hear? Okay, scrap the spatula. We're just gonna come in here with our fork. I'm gonna try grabbing it all out. It's always the first piece that's the hardest. Oh. Oh, yeah. Mmm.
Looks delicious, Ma.
Oh. Here, should I give it to him? Should I? Should I really give it to him? I don't think so. Should I? I don't know. I think I'll let my peeps sit here and decide if he gets. Oh, I guess he's deciding. So
Looks
go
delicious.
ahead, bite into it, babe. And you let everybody know what you think of it.
I want the whole cake.
Well, I guess that's a win-win. So, I'm gonna let him finish off his piece of cake here. And as always, here's to happy cooking, but better yet, happy eatings. Y'all come back now. You hear?